Quacker. Written by Sue Whiting. Illustrated by Susie Boyer. Chapter 1. Chaos in the Kitchen. Laughter boomed from the Kellys' kitchen. Gramps was telling his latest joke to Sandra and Rosie. Miles bounded in. He plumped a cardboard box onto the table. Quack! A muffled quacking sound came from the box. "What's in there, Miles Kelly?" asked Mom suspiciously. Miles's face split into a wide grin. He reached inside and pulled out a large white duck. The duck squawked and flapped. "Ducky," squealed Rosie, clapping her hands with delight. "Not another pet," groaned Mom. "We already have a cat, a dog, and a parrot." Gramps rubbed his beard and chuckled. Dad grinned. Miles grabbed hold of the duck. It wiggled and wormed under his arm. "Her name is Quacker," said Miles, beaming. "And she's mine." "I'd like an explanation, please," said Mom, her eyes wide. "Cindy McDonald is moving from her farm into an apartment. She knew I would love Quacker, so..." Suddenly, Quacker let out a huge honking quack and broke free. She jumped onto the floor and started running wildly. Miles chased after her. Quacker quacked and flapped and waddled quickly under the table. She went over the high chair, through Dad's legs, across Tibby's basket and up onto the sink. Tibby arched her back and hissed. "Quack!" went Quacker. She stretched her wings in the air, sending Mom's coffee mug crashing down to the floor. Then she flapped to Rosie's high chair, upsetting Rosie's milk and spilling it down her dress. Rosie wailed with fright, setting Quacker off and racing again. Miles darted under the table. As Quacker shot past, Miles dived out and grabbed her. "Get that duck out of here," yelled Mom. "And find it another home, or as sure as my name is Mara Kelly, she'll be dinner come Sunday." Chapter 2. The Problem. "It's not fair," grumbled Miles as he walked home from the local shops. Mom wasn't giving Quacker a chance. She had made Miles go and put up notices in the shops. The notices offered to give Quacker away free to a good home. Miles trudged into his backyard and climbed up into his favorite tree. He needed to think of a plan quickly. He watched as Goldie barked playfully and chased Quacker around the yard. Quacker quacked and flapped, enjoying the game. Perry Parrot jumped around his cage squawking and joining in the fun. Miles sighed. He glanced over the fence. Carmen Harris was watering her garden. Carmen was in Miles's class at school, but Miles hardly ever played with her. She preferred to trim the hedges and plant petunias with her mother. Miles felt sorry for Carmen. She looked so bored pottering around that lonely garden. "Miles," called Dad. "Someone's here about your duck." Miles climbed down from the tree and scampered inside. Mom stood in the hallway. Beside her was Max Meany. "Max is here to look at Quacker. If he likes her, he'll take her home tomorrow," said Mom. "Oh no! Not Max." Max was the meanest kid in the whole school. He delighted in pulling the wings off live insects and making lizards drop their tails. "Where's the duck?" snarled Max, a mad gleam dancing in his eyes. Miles froze. He couldn't give Quacker to Max. He couldn't. "Go and find Quacker, Miles," said Mom. Must I?" stammered Miles. He trudged out the back door. What could he do? "I know," thought Miles, I'll tell Max I